Good morning, students. This is lesson number 6 of chapter Force and Laws of Motion. And today we are going to discuss the law of conservation of momentum. Conservation of momentum, or the law of conservation of momentum, states that the sum of momenta means in plural form, the sum of momenta of two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after collision, provided there is no unbalanced forces acting on them. This means that the total momentum of the two objects is unchanged or conserved by collision. As you can see in the diagram, there are two bodies A and B, and they are having mass ma, mb. Both are moving with velocity ua, ub. These are the initial velocities before collision. Now in this intermediate position, they are collided to each other, right? So FAB and FBA, these two forces are exerted by the bodies on each other during collision. Now, this is the condition after collision. Both the bodies are still carrying the mass ma and b, but their velocities are changed. So, these are the final velocities Va and Vb. So, if two balls A and B of masses ma and mb are traveling in a straight line with initial velocities ua and ub, and if ua is greater than ub, then the two balls will collide with each other. During collision at a time t, ball A exerts a force FAB. AB means from A to B on ball B, and ball B exerts a force FBA, that means force from B to A on ball A. Now if VA and VB are the velocities of balls A and B after collision, the momenta of ball A before and after collision are MA, UA and MA, VA. Why so? Because the formula for momentum is mass into velocity, right? So here we can see the momenta before means before collision. So the velocity before collision is ua, that is why momentum is ma multiplied by ua, and velocity after collision is va, so the momentum becomes ma into va. Similarly, the momenta of ball B before and after collision is MBUB and MBVB. The derivation for the law of conservation of momentum. So first thing, the change in momentum of ball A during collision is equals to MAVA minus MAUA. And the rate of change of momentum of ball A, rate of change of momentum is actually force. So the formula of force is mass into acceleration, right? So mass is ma and acceleration is again is equals to velocity upon time. So we can write the change in velocity va minus ua upon t. Likewise, change in momentum of ball B during collision is equals to mbvb minus mbub, and its rate of change of momentum is equals to mb. Yes, it is mb. Uh, it is mb multiplied by vb minus ub upon t. Now, according to Newton's third law of motion, the force exerted by ball A on ball B is equal and opposite to the force exerted by ball B on ball A. So, according to the third law, forces are equal but they are opposite. That is why we have a negative sign. So, placing the values of forces, that is force from A to B and force from B to A. So, it will be equals to MA, this is multiplication, multiplied by VA minus UA upon T equals to minus MB multiplied by Vb minus Ub upon T. Now the time will cancel out, right? So after multiplication we have MA VA minus MA UA equals to minus MB VB, and minus minus becomes plus, so plus MB UB. So finally, after rearrangement, the formula for the law of conservation is MAUA, right? Means the momentum of ball A before collision plus MBUV, momentum of ball B before collision, is equals to MAVA, momentum of ball A after collision, plus MBVB, that is momentum of ball B after collision, right? So that means the sum of momentum, total sum of momentum before collision is equals to total sum of momentum after collision, and this is the law of conservation of momentum. So we can conclude that the momentum of two balls before collision is equal to the momentum of the two balls after collision. Now let us now see some examples which are based on the law of conservation of momentum. So first one is, when bullet is fired from a gun, the gun recoils or gives a kick in backward direction. So as the bullet moves forward, the gun will move in backward direction, and you can see that their direction of motion is opposite, their forces are opposite, and this is actually the example of law of conservation of momentum. Secondly, while firing a bullet, the gun must be held tight to the shoulder. Why? Because otherwise the recoil velocity of the gun can hurt the shoulder. And if the gun is held tight to the shoulder, the total mass will be quite large. So when mass increases, the recoil velocity will be very small. Third, if an astronaut is in open space and he wants to return to his spaceship, he can do so by throwing something in a direction opposite to that in which the spaceship is moving. This is actually based on the law of conservation of momentum. How? Because when the astronaut throws some object away from the spaceship, he himself will recoil and move towards the spaceship. So these are some of the practical examples of law of conservation of momentum. So my kids, I hope you understood what we studied today about the law of conservation of momentum, and based on that you have your homework in front of you. Thank you.